gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I'm your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. So listen to this. A number of police officers in Tobago have been recognized for their outstanding attendance and commitment to duty. Commissioner of Police Alistair Grovero commended the officers, including several who recorded 5 consecutive years without taking sick leaves, praising their professionalism, their dedication, and the service to the public. So Trinidad and Tobago, we want to congratulate these individuals and them for being recognized by the Commissioner of Police for hard-working individuals in Tobago. So congratulations to the seniors, to the juniors, to the officers in Tobago. Congratulations all. So to start off with our current affairs segment, viewers, Minister of Public Utility Barry Patherad has dismissed suggestions that the recent resignation of 2 directors from the Telecommunications Service of Trinidad and Tobago TSTT board were linked to internal disagreement or governance issue, insisting that the departure were prompted by professional commitment outside the company. The minister noted that there was nothing sinister behind the resignation of Nadira and Kyle. Listen to this, viewers.
So it really had no sinister issue behind them in terms of any fallout or any difficulty in terms of policy being adopted by the board or the operations and management of the company. It was essentially because of the positions that they hold in their substantive job. It was in conflict in terms of scheduling, in terms of the workload.
Now, viewers, Nadira resigned on July 23rd, while Kyle stepped down on July 3rd, about a year after the 5-member board was appointed. Patherad said Cabinet has already approved 1 replacement, while a second appointment was expected to be considered at yesterday's Cabinet meeting. He added that the remaining directors continue to meet the company's operational requirements. So viewers, that's the latest on that there. Also viewers, the Minister of Utility also called on citizens to embrace unity, culture, pride, and freedom from mental slavery. Now, he's saying the emancipation must be understood as more than a commemoration of slaves. Patherad said emancipation today extends beyond culture, displays, and historical remembrance, and wants the citizen to learn from the struggles endured by the African ancestors. Now, he noted that the lesson of slavery and resilience remain relevant in modern society. Patherad.
That part of emancipation is not just about the cultural artifacts and wearing the clothing and recalling the history of slavery, but it speaks to the issue of learning from the trials and tribulations that our African brothers and sisters endured. And therefore, by that true example of unity in diversity, therefore I can say, by her own example and by the example of so many of our brothers and sisters of the African community here in Trinidad and Tobago, that we have been exemplars, and we must continue to be exemplars for what it means to be emancipated and to emancipate ourselves from that mental slavery.
So viewers, the Minister of Culture and Community Development, Michelle Benjamin, also added that emancipation should not be viewed as a story of a single community, but as part of the nation's identity of Trinidad and Tobago. In other news tonight, viewers, Patriotic Front political leader Makela Pandey has accused Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar of failing to live up to her election promise and using diverse rhetoric to deflect criticism of her administration. Pandey accused and also questioned why the government continues to compare its performance with that of the former People's National Movement administration, despite campaigning on a promise to deliver better than governance. She also urged, and he also argued, that if the PNM had failed Trinidad and Tobago for 9.5 years, it should not be used as a benchmark for judging the current administration performance. Pandey also criticized the government handling of concerns over the state of emergency, the preventative detention order, and the exercise of state power, saying that such language was unbecoming of the country's highest political office. She further alleged that government facing difficulties, questionings often seek to shift public attention by raising issues of race instead of addressing criticism directly. Now, viewers, she then asserted that while the government are free to criticize their opponents and attempt to shape the public debate, they cannot avoid accountability. And that is something I've always been saying in Trinidad and Tobago. We have to have ministers who will be able to take account into what they do for the community, into what they say in Parliament. Be accountable on an international stage rather than being a puppet on a string. I would say that without apologizing. Represent Trinidad and Tobago. Cause Trinidad and Tobago to be better than how it was in the last 9 years. The members of Parliament, the councillor in the area, those in the corporations. For 9.5 years or 9 years, we live under an administration that merely did anything for the country. So now there's a new administration in place. And we gave them the year to be in office to sort out and to fix and to address. But now it's performance time. It's performance time. Yes, they are signing a lot of MOUs with all different countries. But how long are you going to continue signing MOUs? Memorandum of Understanding. How long are you going to continue with that? Almost 15 months have passed. What is the plan for development? 15 months without growth. How long are we going to be like that? 3 years? 4 years? You tell me. People are unemployed. People wanting jobs. The police is saying that the crime rate is down, but suffocation is still taking place, no big development. So sometimes it is need to add 2 and 2 together and think. No jobs created, but crime is down. If no jobs are being created in a country, how it is that crime would go down? Sometimes you have to question these statistics. No job is being created. but the crime rate is down. How come? Now, under the period of administration, no job was being created in 9 years, but the crime rate went up. It went up. And they had CPEP back in them days. So now we have no CPEP, thousands on the breadline, and the crime dropping. So ask yourself if what we are hearing from those in authority, if it is true. If it is true. Again, I say sometimes we need to sit back and think. Sometimes you need to add numbers. Sometimes you need to think outside the box, not in the box all the time. So you want to tell me that crime rate is down and no job employment? How come? Sometimes we say the math's not mathsing. But we will leave that topic for our next day. Prime Minister Kamala Persad has condemned the growing division in the nation's controversial warning that racial division, political hostile, and disrespect are threatening Trinidad and Tobago unity. Speaking at the office of the Prime Minister on an African Emancipation Day celebration on Thursday, the PM spoke about being personally targeted by criticism, saying the greater concern is the damage devise retro can cause to the nation. She said public discourse has at times destroyed Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this.
A nation born from the triumph of the enslaved African men, women, and children, enriched by every community which followed, and strengthened by the enduring truth that our diversity is not our division, but that is indeed our greatest strength. Yet, if we are honest with ourselves, we know that sometimes our national conversations at times has become diminished. Sometimes disagreement has descended into disrespect, political differences into personal hostility, and sometimes race has been invoked not to deepen understanding, but sometimes to sow division.
Now viewers, addressing personal attack directed at her, the PM acknowledged the impact, but said her greatest disappointment is seeing citizens lose sight of their common humanity. Listen to this.
I have been the target of some words. I will not pretend it did not affect me, but I've always said that the hurt I then felt was not for myself. I've served long enough to understand that public life demands resilience. And so what saddened me the most, I'll tell you, is this, that sometimes we forget our humanity and get caught up in the words of division. No nation can ever survive if we continue in that regard. So I will tell you, that all the great opportunities we have had in this land, I thought that often all of us have had to endure some very difficult times.
So viewers, she urged Trinidad and Tobago to stand together in the face of division.
But you know what is important for a nation and for all of us, men, women, and children of this great land we call Trinidad and Tobago, is that together we aspire and together we achieve. Together we aspire and together we achieve.
Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. Stay locked on. When we come back, the U.S. Ambassador nominated concerns about Trinidad and Tobago SOE. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concerns. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So, trying to make I just want to remind you all, remember, we are Real Talk Financing. We are offering you 7% on our fixed deposit, viewers. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. Real Talk Financing is creating history in Trinidad and Tobago. Presently, how are we creating history? We are the only financial institution in this country that is giving you 7% on a fixed deposit. The only financial institution. You could go ahead and call any financial institution in Trinidad and in Tobago and they will tell you that. They will tell you that. Some of them will direct you. If you want more for your money, go to my Real Talk. They are giving you 7%. So imagine if you invest $100,000 for 5 years, that is $7,000 per year. Multiply by 5. That is what you're getting. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to listen to this. For years now, financial institution in our country has not been giving us a proper interest on a fixed deposit. We work so hard. We work so hard for our money. We saved, put it together, decide to make an investment, and in some places you're getting 2,000 per year, 3,000 per year. Is your money working for you there? No, it can't. It can't. So me, being in the financial business for almost 31 years, have decided to change the whole ball game and fixed deposit. That is why we came up with 7% for citizens who are investing on a fixed deposit into our company, into our financial institution. 7%. That is $7,000 on $100,000 per year. Per year. Check your bank. Check your institution. And if they are not giving you what Real Talk is giving you, I'm going to tell you something. Come join us. Let your money work for you. You have already worked for your money. And now it's time that your money work for you and bring benefit to you. So I'm saying it tonight, viewers. Feel free to come and join our financial institution. Feel free to be a member of our credit union. Feel free to come down to the credit union, open a family indemnity plan, so in case you hear a loved one died, the insurance company could be able to give you a lump sum to bury that individual. So remember that, viewers, only at Real Talk, you're getting this. Only at Real Talk. Call a good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed. Great program as usual. And you could celebrate emancipation because you free this country from the banking system.
Yes,
you have
yes.
the banking system against the wall.
Yes.
And you freed this country from the monopoly and the advantage it took on citizens. And today, man, you're a great soul. Wherever you go in this country, I told you, well, not only here, you go Guyana, you go up the island.
Outside, you know we outside.
Yeah, definitely. I went to St. Lucia recently. And I tell you, people want you to come to St. Lucia.
Yes.
They want 7% to on the interest. And, boy, Mr. Saeed, God bless you, man. The banking system was giving 0% interest. And because of you, you had the bank, they had the back against the wall. And they had to increase it, but they can't touch you. You change the whole dynamics, man. God richly bless you. And to my African brothers and sisters, and to the Indians also, happy emancipation.
Yes.
And may you all free yourself from the political bondage that we are in. And we have to stand strong against the hooligans, the politicians. Kamala dressed like a clown and go on there pretending she loves people and praising you all until you get out of emancipate yourself and so on. What they are doing, they continue to advantage us in this country, my African brothers and sisters, and playing that she loves everybody in this country. I want to say, shame on you. You are disgrace, Kamala, to this country for having it where it is today. You have this country where it is today. You did not one single good thing to emancipate anything in this country, to emancipate the people from where they were 10 years ago, the suffering. You continue it, the suffering on the Africans and Indians. So my African brothers and sisters, don't feel you alone, you know. The Indians in this country also suffering too. So we all have to emancipate ourselves from this bunch of political hooligans and criminals in this country. And to Alexander, you stop talking rubbish. The hooligan in Princeton Police Station, Corporal Hooligan, I was there Tuesday. He roughed me up, and I had my own experience with him. But he didn't know who he was dealing with, and I had to put him in his place. And Alexander, if you want to emancipate this country and make this country a better place, make him work station and compound. And when I say station and compound, he must be in charge of cleaning the toilet, the compound and ensuring the vehicles in that station are clean. That hooligan corporal, I dealt with him, and he was like a lamb after I dealt with him. And citizens, don't fret police when you go to the station, like that hooligan who roughed me up and treat me like a dog and feel I am nobody. I'm a citizen of this country and I work in national security for 34 years. And that hooligan, I put him in his place. And he get his act together. You won't believe how he started speaking to people coming into that station and me. And citizens stand up for what is right. These politicians, we hire them to work for us.
Yes.
Kamala, shame on you. You're just like a clown. Nothing good is happening. Mr. Said, God bless you. God wish you bless you. You are blessed like Mahatma Gandhi and Mandela and these people to be in this country at this stage. This country is destroyed. I will talk about, I went to a memorial, celebration for the 1990, tomorrow night, Monday or so. I'll talk about that. Remind the citizens where we are today in the country. We're worse off than in 1990 today, and the atmosphere in this country is worse than where we were in 1990. Today, this was our conversation in the celebration I attended. Mr. Said, keep up the great work you are doing. God bless you, your program, and God bless this nation.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, as we continue with our news tonight, U.S. President Donald Trump's nominees for the post of ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, Jennifer Johnson Carroll, has stated that the repeated state of emergency doesn't bode well for TNT ongoing battle against crime. She made the comments during her confirmation hearing before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee yesterday. Now, questions about the stability of TNT's government. Johnson Carroll declined to offer a definite assessment before taking up the post. However, she acknowledged concerns over the country's security situation. She said she hoped that if confirmed, information gathered on the ground would help shape strategic recommendations for the President and the State Department and the Congress to address those challenges. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to our new ambassador for Trinidad and Tobago.
I do know that they have had several emergency orders, which it doesn't bode well with regards to the criminal activities that's been occurring for a number of years, and that is something that needs to be addressed. And hopefully, I've confirmed with my direction on the ground and sharing that information back to committee as well as the president and the state, that we can come up with some strategic goals to help in that endeavor.
So viewers, Johnson Carroll said Trinidad and Tobago recognized it had a purpose border and required additional resources to combat illicit human and narcotics trafficking.
Right now, the United States is experiencing a good relationship with the country of Trinidad and Tobago, in that they've been very supportive of the Caribbean Basin Initiative, security initiatives, such that they recognize that they do have a porous border, and we do need some resources, or they need some resources, in order to curtail against illicit human trafficking.
So viewers, the TNT-born U.S. national also pointed to the country's porous border and declining energy production as a key issue shaping the U.S. Trinidad and Tobago relationship, highlighting the ongoing security cooperation and support for energy development.
We have an issue with regards to energy, of their production reducing, and the United States is committed to moving forward with a license that has been accepted for a sector in the Caribbean area between Venezuela and Trinidad to help the country explore for additional resources, which will also help the United States.
So viewers, she is a Trinidad and Tobago born, but is living in the United States and became a U.S. citizen. And now she is the ambassador that has been chosen by Donald Trump for Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, my brother, Mr. Saieed. Good night.
Good night, my dear. Go right ahead, you're live.
Yes, what really happened? I want to ask a question.
Tell me.
Now, I heard the president of the Fire Association stating that they don't have equipment to work with. He said they don't have gloves and other things to work with. But I thought months gone by that have changed. I thought they have gotten all what they need to fight fire, because in recent times now, fire is left, right, and center, So I think that they deserve all the equipment, the fire they need to out the fire, because this is a serious thing. This is a serious thing. And you know what I want to know? The police officers and the government had said, right, in the line of duty, when an officer died, the family will get $1 million. It's not alleged, it's a fact.
I remember that.
Yes. I want to know, the young police officer who died, I think it's yesterday or what, I wonder if his family will benefit from that.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I can't say he where he died. I don't know if he was on duty or whatever, right? But they had promised them that, so I do hope that the family really gets that. You understand? Because you can't bring him back.
Correct.
All right. Thanks, my brother. Thanks.
Thank you, my dear. So Trinidad and Tobago, she's right, the caller is right. The officer was killed, and let's just hope that his family inherited the $1 million that were promised by the government. Or is there a difference between being killed outside the line of duty? We need clarification on that. If you are killed on the line of duty, or you are killed off duty, are you going to still receive the $1 million? That is what we need now. Some attorneys or the Minister of National Security to come out and clarify that. So viewers, opposition leader Penelope Beckles is once again criticizing the use of prevention or preventative detention order, PBUs, by the UNC government. So viewers, before I say anything, I want you to listen to this video clip.
Our preventative detention orders, powers, meant to be used with the gravest restraint against genuine threats, have instead been turned into ordinary use and abuse against citizens. I must share with you, of course, that this has reached even to our party headquarters, Palisade House.
So now viewers, she's saying the local government should be properly resourced across all boroughs. Beckles call out the government on the upkeeping of communities also. Listen to this.
That the health of a nation is measured not in speeches made in the parliament, but in the state of our streets, our drains, our parks, and the people of its boroughs, its cities, and its municipalities.
So Trinidad and Tobago is the leader of the PNM speaking the truth. Is the leader of the PNM speaking the truth? Is this present administration using PDOs to go against the citizens? Ask yourself that. So while you're thinking about that, viewers, we here at Real Talk. We are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. Amalgamated Union calls for outstanding back pay. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concerns. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on Synergy Network Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. with a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to take a look at this video. Take a look at this video. This video was sent. This video was sent in to me. The condition of the road, it is unbearable. Look at it. Unbearable. Jokan trace in Kaparo. Look at those craters. Imagine. Just imagine when rain fall. What's going to take place down there? Look at it. Look at the condition Joe can trace in Kaparo. So I am asking myself now, where is the councillor? Where is the MP for the community? Why is it that these people have to go through this kind of road? Now Trinidad and Tobago, the most important part is that when you hear a license officer stop you on the road and your tire cut one side, you know what he's saying? The vehicle not fit for the road because the tire cut on one side. But when you have roads like this that you see on television, when you have roads like this, how in God's world your tire will cut level? How in God's world? Look at the condition of the road that people have to drive on. It stinks. It's sad to know that this is a road in Trinidad. It sucks to know that we have councillors and MPs in the community, and that is the condition of the road. Look at the grass side in the road. Look at the grass side in the road. I tell you, hey, all I feel is joke. All I feel is joke. Joke and trace in Kaparo. You will tell me people have to be living in that condition? Imagine when rain fall, what's going on down there? Imagine that. And we have councillors and MP marching and singing and dancing when rain falling. All you come and vote for we. All you come and vote for we. We go fix the road. We go fix the health centers. We go fix the community. We go drop the crime in the area. Look at the road. 15 months in office. 15 months in office. Where's the councillor? Where's the MP for the community? And then now, all I would want to say, oh, side highlighting, we have a damn right to do that. Oh, side calling up we name, I have a damn right to do that. During the election campaign for every administration is promise and promise and promise and promise and promise. The only thing them I promise is the moon and stars as yet. That's the only thing them I promise. Watch me, if the hand could have reached the moon and the stars to bring it down, then I promise you moon and stars and all. But the fix our road right in, look at them creatures, look at them craters, look at it. Look at it, Trinidad and Tobago. Your ball joint falling out, your shock falling out, your rim bend, your tire bursting. Where is Jolene John, by the way? Her community still needs fixing. Oh gosh, man, all the girls act together now, man. Get your act together. Or is it that you all love to be embarrassed on an international level concerning the community and the roads? If I like to be embarrassed, trust me, every single night I gotta light a road, you know. And I feel we should start doing that. I feel we should start doing that. Every night, we're going to start highlighting our road. We're going to start highlighting our road. So Trinidad and Tobago, those of you who are listening, you have roads like that in your community that you are seeing on screen, here what to do. My WhatsApp number is 267-7325. I will say it again. My WhatsApp number is 267-7325. Do a video of the road, send it for me. And we will highlight it every single night until communities start getting fixed. It's sad, it's really sad to know that, hey, millions of dollars circulating in our country. Works and transport getting millions of dollars. Contractors getting millions of dollars. And look at the condition of the bloody hell road. MP driving on it. Councillors driving on it. With all a high-end vehicle. Boy. It now starts. It now starts. It now starts. Every day next week we're going to highlight our road. In Trinidad and Tobago. And load up the minister and the councillor. That's all I want to fix the road? Not a problem. That is what I'm going to start doing from next week. Bet your last dollar we go get it fixed. Trust me. So, as we start back our news tonight, but just a little reminder before I go into the news tonight again. We are offering you 7% on our fixed deposit, viewers. Remember that nobody else does it better than Real Talk Financing. And very soon, let me tell you something. Our company in Trinidad is giving you 7% on our fixed deposit in TT dollars, in Trinidad and Tobago dollars. When you're here, I get my permit to operate in Panama. Imagine what the US fixed deposit in Panama going to look like. I tell you, if I dominated here in Trinidad and Tobago, imagine what I'm going to do back in Panama. Imagine what I'm going to do down there. So viewers, if you're looking for a small loan, 50,000 and under, contact me 3391670. All you need is a little collateral, and we're making sure you have a smile on your face. We're making sure you have a smile on your face. Call a good night. Hello? Stick your get the click one time.
Yeah.
You there? Hello? You hearing us? Hello? Nah, look like we lost that. So as we enter the news tonight now, viewers, Amalgamated Workers Union is demanding the immediate payment of outstanding back pay and salary increase. At a media conference earlier today, AWU President Michael Prentice stated that they settled wage negotiation in April 2025 and were assured that funding had been allocated during this year's media budget review. However, the union says they are not, or they are yet to receive any payments. Call a good night. Hello? Yes, take a get click one time. Listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago.
But the workers of the Port of Spain Corporation is totally disgusted and fed up with the behavior that's going on after signing an agreement for approximately 16 months. And to date, you still hasn't received increase. I am aware of units that sign just the other day, and they get part of back pay, they get the increase and part of back pay. Them sign in December.
If he feared possible industrial action by the union, Port of Spain Mayor Chinua Allen said that the lack of payment is affecting hundreds of workers, and it will be up to the union to determine how to address that going forward. One more time.
I think that the union has a responsibility to do as it sees fit on behalf of protecting the rights of the workers and their members. The council continues to work closely with the workers, the administration and the union to resolve the issue. We just need the allocation to be given to us by the Ministry of Local Government. We heard of full-throated commitment being given by the Minister in the media review. But as you well know, despite the very loud and bombastic commitments that have been made, we have not received the additional allocation that has been promised.
So viewers, the local government minister Khadija Amin was unavailable for comments on the matter. I believe this would have been a simple matter for the Minister of Finance to comment on. But in the coming days, I expect him to come out and say something. Caller, good night.
Hi.
Good night, go right ahead, your life.
Good night. First time calling in your radio or TV program in my life.
Welcome, my friend.
Yeah, calling from the Naparima district.
Okay, tell us.
And our road is disgusting. From Princeton to Marapo is the worst road.
Alright, so here what to do. Do a video for me, right? And send it to this number, 267-7325.
That is not a problem. And also, our councillor, right? From Naparima district.
Who's the councillor?
I can't really guide himself. But anyhow, when I call him, somebody is taking the call, right? Where I live inside the street, the road bad, has little children.
Okay.
Just do a video.
Do a video, send it for me. If you send it for me tomorrow or Monday, we are going to highlight it Monday night on our program.
That is not a problem. Little children walk the road. You know, little school children walking the road and school open back. It's hard.
I understand.
And look, two vans going down the Brickland. You might be familiar with the Marapo area. Two vans went down in the Brickland, opposite Bobby's back.
Wow. Now, when you're doing the videos, my friend, right? Instead of holding your phone upright, hold your phone like this, sideways.
Not a problem. Just highlight the number on the screen on TV now.
All right, not a problem. We'll do that before we close off. Pass CG the WhatsApp number.
Thanks very much, sir.
No, make a CG. Let me make a CG. So, Trinidad and Tobago, thank you so much, my friend. So, viewers, this is what we're going to do from next week. We are going to highlight the conditions of our road in Trinidad and Tobago. That is what we are going to do. Put back up the numbers. I'm going to point it out. So, viewers, that is what we are going to do from next week. Let me tell you something. Look my number here. 267-7325. This is our WhatsApp number. If you want, you could call the office 238-6716 Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 4:30. Ask for Saieed WhatsApp number. Send all the videos to me, and we're going to start highlighting these things now. We used to do it every Wednesday, but we get caught up with a lot of parliamentarian news and things. My WhatsApp number is on screen, Trinidad and Tobago. Write it down, save it in your phone, and let me tell you something. Send the videos. When you send the videos, send a little note of what area and how long the road have been like this. And we're going to we're going to do what we're supposed to do now. We are going to do what we're supposed to do now. We gave the government 15 months in office. 15 months. And in that 15 months, we have heard a lot. A lot we have heard. I'll tell you something. 15 months again to come, and that will be 3 years in office. 3 years in office. It will be 6 months less, 3 years in office in the next 15 months. And what is going to take place? Memorandum of Understanding and MOU and MOU and MOU. No, we need some sort of solution to the road condition. We have understood that the PNM administration was there. They did nothing. So we cannot do anything about the last 9 years. What we could do, and listen to me carefully, Trinidad and Tobago, what we could do is start fixing from here going forward. So from next week, Khadija Amin, local government, Devendranath Tanku, the Minister of Finance, and those involved in the Works and Transport Division for Trinidad and Tobago going to have to start doing something. Because trust me, I am going to put you all on the spot. Not just in Trinidad and Tobago, you know, but international also. We are going to highlight you. I am going to call you out. So from next week Monday, that is what I am going to start to do. Put you on the spot. I tell you, look at the condition of this road now. Look at the condition of this road now, viewers. Look at it. And you going to tell me 15 months in office, Julian John, patching roads. And what is this? What is this? In Julian John community, her constituency, I believe it was yesterday or day before yesterday, the people reached out to me. They said, Saieed, you highlighted the matter once, they got no address. So Monday coming now, I will highlight back this road. I will highlight back this road, and I will highlight the one in Julian John constituency. It's time now that 15 months now that you settled yourself in, it's time now to start walking the walk that you promised the people. Yep, we're going to start it from next week Monday. So Trinidad and Tobago, send it to me, send it to me, send it to me. It doesn't matter what part of the country you're from. If you can send it on WhatsApp, record it, give somebody to send it to me, what street it is, what community it is, who is the MP, and who is the councillor. And we're going to start doing it different. We're doing it different now, Trinidad and Tobago. Hence the reason why I ask you all this, you know. Hence the reason why I ask you all this. Employment has not grown. But statistics is showing that crime is down. So I ask myself, if there is no major employment in Trinidad and Tobago, how it is that the statistics has shown that crime is down? Something not adding up. 20 months ago, UNC administration in office 15 months. 20 months ago, low employment rate. No, I lie, my mistake. High unemployment rate and a high crime rate in Trinidad and Tobago. About 20 months back. 20 months up the road, we have no major employment, but the crime is down. It's not matching, it's not adding, something not adding. 20 months ago, we had much money. It was a mess. It was a mess. So today I ask myself, something not right, something not adding up. The maths, as we would say in Trini slang, the maths not matching. And that is a problem right there. That is a problem. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, we are out of time for tonight. But I want you all to enjoy your Friday night. The Emancipation holiday is Saturday the 1st of August. Let us emancipate ourselves from the hardship and the slavery. Also, your mind. Emancipate your mind. So viewers, until then, be safe, enjoy the holiday, and we will see you another day.